Hello, everybody. This is Check with Becky Dixon. I am on here today to just kind of show you a little bit of stuff about Poshmark. So I have been doing Poshmark, let's say, let me see if today is actually my month mark. Nope, actually March 5th will be my month mark. So I'm going to show you what I have done so far during this during this month, what I have doing. If you are very serious about starting a business online from home, you need to put, my motto is you need to put the dime in. You need to put the time in to get the dime. If this is what you want, this is what you want to get, this is what you are striving for, it's not going to fall in your lap. Somebody is not going to hold you by the hand and take you there and show you how this can be done. There are people that they will give you advice, they will direct you. They are not going to come here, go here, come here, go there. Because like everybody has said, and I'm sure you've heard plenty of times, if you are trying to open your own business online, whether it is with retail, cosmetics, selling insurance, or any kind of service that there is, that you need to find what works for you and stay with it, be consistent, do it daily to generate those sales. They're just not going to come in your lap. You know, nobody knows that you're out there unless you put yourself out there, unless you put the work in, then you're going to get somewhere. So I'm going to get out of my screen, the full screen. You're still going to see me, just not as big. So I'm going to get out of the full screen here, and I'm actually going to even make it a little smaller. There. So you can, I could make it, if you want to see me a little better, I can make it a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is, you see I have tabs open. I am actually, today I am working on, I am doing videos today. So I did part of my Posh early this morning, and I'm doing videos. I got to get some videos up. I have two separate channels. I have one channel that is only for business purposes only, and then I have one channel that it's reviews. It's like a blog channel. I do not mix the two together. So if you do that, please separate them, because it's nothing more irritating than if I'm watching an informational video that is business pertained to, on marketing or anything like that, and then up comes a suggested video about how to do a 3-tiered, wedding cake. I don't care. That's not going to get me money. It's going to get me full and some calories, maybe some fat there, but it's not going to make me money. So what we are going to talk about today is, as you see right here, this is my closet. Now on Posh, that's what they are called. They are called closets. Everything that I have listed in my closet are things that I have literally in my closet at home, that I buy, wear one time, and don't wear again, or wear very few times. Looked great in the store on the hanger. Once I bought it, got it home, wore it one time. I didn't like it. I didn't like how it fit me. It wasn't my style. Didn't bring out my personality. Any of those above, and now it's passed on to you. So right now I have a total of 21 swimsuits, and still counting, because every year comes around this time of the year where they are putting out their swimsuits for the summertime. So you got to look at, if you don't know how the retail works, we start to advertise for the upcoming season before the season gets here, if that makes any sense. So it's not even spring and we're hitting summer, because when it was winter, we're doing spring. So we're always a season ahead to advertise to make those sales, because people go out and that's when they buy. Like, for instance, spring break is coming. we already advertised spring, you know, for the spring line and spring clothing in the winter time. What we're doing right now, like Easter is coming and stuff like that. Well, the holidays, they gotta you know, they're always, if you look at it, they're always like a month ahead. And so you should start right now seeing, you know, the tank tops, the shorts, the swimsuits, all of that in the stores. Now, I live in Ohio. Granted, yesterday it snowed. Am I thinking about wanting to put a swimsuit on and go lay out, you know, and get some rays? No. It snowed. So I have listed 12 of these swimsuits that I hardly wore, and I liked them when I bought them, and I'm not going to wear again. I just have them hanging around, and every time I pull them out, I'm like, oh, I'm going to wear this, and I'm not. I just say it to myself that I am. So this is my closet. So if you go to Poshmark, how you look up somebody is you go up here to the look up sign. You see my name right here. It'll take you, push this in. Make sure you put the @ there, and you'll go right to my closet. This is my website that will have my clothes on there. Actually, that website is in business terms, it's called a squeeze page. You have three stores on there. There are 3, you know, I have an everyday wear, a vintage, and then everything else. So it's divided on that site. So I'm just gonna skim through here and kind of give you an idea, show you some little tips, maybe some little pointers to help you out. Like I said, March 5th will be a month that I have been on this site. Now, this morning, I just changed my percent off of 10% if you buy 2 or more items. I did have a great deal when I first opened up my closet. I had 15% off 3 or more out of my sales that I had in my month time. I had one person that bought a bundle. Everybody else has either bought 2 items or 1 item. And again, to get that discount, you do need to buy the bundle. So I lessened it because most of my customers are buying 2 items. So I have 2 items at 10. I will run this for a while to see how well this is going to work at this price point. If it doesn't, then I will probably do it the 2 at 15 to see. Everything is a trial and error when you are in when you have a business. You do different websites, you do your different email companies. You want to see which one's going to get you the best result, and that's the one you're going to stick with. It's kind of like with Poshmark. During this first month, I'm with it every day. I'm on it every day. Which way is going to work well and best? Uh-oh, what did I sell? I sold something. So see, this is, oh, did my phone come out? This is my phone all day long. Things are just, they keep popping up. So here I have a Posh. Yeah, a Posh, and usually when it comes up a Posh notice and then a Gmail, that tells me I got to sell, that I sold something. So my first video that I did with Posh was about how I had, see, look at that. Just another one. I just shown the phone to you, had 3 spots, now I got 4. They just, this is all day long. This is all day long. It's actually, it's great. If you don't like that, notices to your phone and it's annoying, I'm sorry, but the home business life is not for you, because everything is done with your smartphone, computer, notices. It's all tech. If you are wanting to do at-home business, but you don't want that side of the society coming to you, asking you questions, getting notices, dealing with the people, get out of that business. Go to the, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 7 to 2, whatever those shifts are, and work for 40 years to make $120-something thousand in retirement, or 250, and good luck with that. So anyway, what we're doing here is I am showing my Poshmark. This is my third closet. So what I mean by closet is this is my third retail closet, my third line of, I wouldn't even say line of clothing because I don't have my own clothing. I'm not a designer of clothing. What I do is I sell the things that I currently have that I don't wear, instead of donating them to like a Goodwill or any of those places that take used clothing. I sell online. Now, where I live in Ohio, I have noticed that jobs have gone down. So I took a picture of a mall or strip mall where they did have businesses at one time. There are no businesses. So there is this whole strip mall that has a Dollar General store in it, a talk and play place, 2 grocery stores. That's it. I mean, the bank that was there has closed. They had a couple of restaurants. They have closed. They had a movie theater. It's gone. They've knocked it down. They have a mall here. All of the actual major businesses in the mall, the last one that's left is JCPenney's. It's closing. I mean, everything has gone to online. So for the people that don't know, wake up. Everything is online. Everything. If you do yard sales, you're only going to get those people in that generalized area that see your ad if they still buy newspapers. I think newspapers are going out too, because everything is now online. You need to get tech savvy. The first place that I started with was Facebook Marketplace. I was selling stuff from my garage. I was cleaning out my garage. I had upteen, I don't know how many coolers. I sold them at $5 each just to get them out, because you got to look at it like, okay, you're going to give it away for free to a donation place, correct? So why not make $5 on something? This is the time of year everybody wants to do spring cleaning. Start with Marketplace. People that are on Facebook, that are in your area, that are local, are going to see it. They're going to go to Facebook. My husband is 58 years old. I got him now into going to like Let Go. He checks Facebook. He used to only do Craigslist. You would not believe how many people only think that Craigslist is the only thing that's available out there. No, there are many, many, many sites. I don't even know all of these sites that are resale sites that you could go to, that people just have these things and they're selling. I mean, they will sell them, for money. And jobs are hard to come by, and we just had a government shutdown. You need to have something for you and your family backed up. This is what I have. We had that shutdown. I was still putting food on my table. I was still feeding my family. Things were still getting paid. At least I didn't have a husband who had a job with the post office, because I feel so bad for my postman who had to come and get my packages every day to ship out, and he was not getting a paycheck. That has to really, really just be, I didn't know what to do except, just express to him how I felt and how bad it was. But yet here I am, he probably is on the other side seeing that I was selling stuff, because he was like, oh, what are you selling? And where is it come? I mean, and this is a postman who the government cut off his money, and he comes to my house every day, delivers my mail, picks up my packages for my 3 sites to, take them to get them shipped off. And he's asking me, well, what are you selling? And, he knows my tickets are always for different, my 3 different places. And so he started asking questions, which I had no problem with that, because giving him the information he wanted or he needed to hear is something to, help him in his current condition that he had. Now, if he utilized it, I don't know. But I felt better that, I did explain to him how I was doing it. It didn't cost anything to start these things. My 3 sites, it doesn't cost. There are fees, yes. Okay, so we got through all of that. So here we are, Posh. Now, to have a Posh account is absolutely free to open. To list anything on your Posh account, there is no listing fee. To sell anything on your Posh account, there is a fee. If it is under $15, it is $2.25 they take out. If it is over $15, it is 20% of that selling price. Now, your commission is going to be 80% of whatever the item is. Do you get this? So the best way to get some sales, I will go, I believe I have these little, they're called, for me, I call them cheat sheets here. Okay. And this is kind of like my little mini Bible. I stick with this daily, and it's been proven for me. It is working. At least I am selling 1 thing a day, but I am staying with it. I'm keeping up with this. I don't let it slack. If you let it slack, of course, you're not going to get sales. If you're wanting the sales, you got to put the time in. You got to want it. You got to need it. You know that song, I see it, I want it, I like it, I got it. Ta-da! Here we are. So share your entire closet multiple times a day. There are peak times. Peak times 12 to 3, 8 to 11. I do very early in the morning, like 5 to 7. I do that because there are some people that, yes, they do get on early in the morning if they still do have a regular work job to go to, or maybe if you got the mothers that are getting up, getting the kids ready for school, you got some time, maybe they hop on, they look at stuff. So there are people that do get on at that window time in the morning. So I do get on. And then also there are people who get on at the, in the middle of the night, but I don't do anything like, 8 to 11. So after 11, I don't do anything. Usually I get to wake up to either I got to sell or I got a bunch of followers, which is always great. It says list items every day. What this means right here, list items every day, at least put 3 items on a day. 3 items on a day. So when I started, I put my 10 items on, like Posh request, at least have 10 items on there. So that way there's a lot of things for people to look at and view and want to purchase. So I had 10 things on there. Then after that, I was just randomly, I wasn't sticking with it. I was putting things on. I think one day I put 7 things on. That was a very long day because you take the time, you do your pictures. It's not as simple as throw something up there and take a picture. If this is what you want to make sure you have the right lighting, the right angles. Make sure to not leave out anything. If you have spot stains, snags, tears, take pictures of those. Please do not put a high price of something like $30-something on something that is not worth it. And what I mean by worth it, if there's a big stain on the front, don't have $25 on it. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Anyway, if it had stain, it would not be worth even putting. Why would you put that on there? I just throw it away because I've learned if you donate stuff to a store, you think that it's going to go to somebody. No, it does not. I used to work in one. It does not go there. If it has a stain, a tear, a rip, a hole, it goes into the nearest bin to be taken away. It doesn't even go to the floor. It doesn't get to see a customer whatsoever. So I just throw all of that stuff right in the trash. I don't even bother with giving it to anybody. So like I said, at least put 3 things on a day, because at the beginning, 3 things is going to be a chore to do because you have to set up your lighting and all of that good stuff. Until you get used to it, 3 things is going to seem like a lot. Once you get used to the routine of what you got to do, and you have your pictures, like me behind the computer, I have a little studio. So all I got to do is just bring it there. I don't have to every time set up the whole getup. And it's become faster now. And if you're out of items, delete them and relist them, because when that happens, what you're doing is with your followers, which is up here. Let me move me down a little bit. Okay, which is right here. If I press this news, right now it says I have 99 plus whatever on there. So I'm going to go to my phone, because I seldom work from my computer unless I'm doing my website stuff and other things that I cannot do on my phone. But with my phone, I do mostly everything with it, because wherever I'm at, my phone is with me, and so my business is going with me. So right here on the very bottom, right there, if it will come in clear. Is it coming in clear? I can't tell. Okay. It should say 100. I have 113 notices. That means I have 113 people that have either liked my closet or have shared an item, which I will get to in a minute. I'll click on that so you can see. My next little cheat sheet slide is, and actually how I got these slides is when you get on Posh, and I'll show you how you get to these share parties. Once you get on these share parties, that means every day you will share. Let's say you have a list of 20 people on a list. Like today was called Moonlight Madness. I have already done what I needed to do. That I had already done what I needed to do, and I only had to share, I think it was 28 closets, which my very first one, it took me 5 hours to finish 20-something closets. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get this done. Okay, here's a notice I got for a mini share event for I'll have to look at it later. Okay, so let's go back to today is Monday, and this is also a Sabbath day. I have one friend that he goes by the moons, so that means tomorrow or today is like the Sabbath. I forgot which day it is. Well, today, because we go by the moons for this sale. So today is Moon Day, Moon Day Monday share event. Now in the share event, it's a share event. This is the easiest way to get on here. I mean, to get followers that you need, meet new people, make sales, and ambassadors. I will go over ambassadors a little bit. These cheat sheets is from an ambassador. She had liked my closet. That way, so I go to my comments and I see that she liked my closet. I went to her closet. And this is where I found the slides. So I copied these slides. So that way they're like my cheat sheets where I can go back and look at them, because that is the goal that I am shooting for, is to get the ambassador status. Like I said, now this has been a month, and in a month's time, what I have gotten in a month time. So this one today, I had 28 closets. So this is 28 closets. No, I would say 27 because we'll take mine away, but I'm not going to lie, I shared my stuff too. So I had there's 28 closets. You share 10 things out of each closet. Now, when you do these share events, you would sign in. how you sign in is at the bottom of, is it coming out? Okay, the bottom of, here's the notice, the bottom of the notice. If you get on the list, you make the list, on the comment section, you comment there, you put at whatever your handle name is, put your number, this one I think I don't know. I'll just make up a number. Number 22. I don't think it's 20, I think it was 18, really. But whatever your number is, that's on the roster list, the final roster list, signing in. When you go to sign out, you do the same thing. At whatever your handle is, your number is, signing out. Now, my first one, I had no clue what I was doing at all. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. I was like, oh, well, I keep my thing open all day. Well, I came to find out I could still put signing in and signing out. It doesn't matter if I, have the app on my phone and it's open constantly. Now, this one here, I have not been able to reach this yet. This says follow 300 to 500 new people every day. That means I get a lot of followers. So if they follow me, I automatically follow them. As with my right here, what I do is I try to hit all these birds at one time, meaning that I have a notice that says I share social media sites. If you're on Poshmark and you do not connect your social media sites, I don't know if you do get a notice or not. I know the ones that do have, let's say, Twitter or Tumblr. Those are the two that I get the most notices for, that when people share to those sites, then I can get on my site, my Tumblr site or Twitter site, and I can share back. Now, the sites I have connected to my Posh are what Posh, allows. I have my Instagram, I have my Snapchat, I have my Pinterest, I have my Twitter, I have my Tubular, I have my Tumblr, and I have Facebook. That is 6 social media sites. That is 6 more sites to do your advertising in, even though it's in Posh. Now, I have done one, my very first one, my first share site, and because I shared a social media site. Well, if you have a social media site and it's connected to Posh, you are going to get your notice. If you don't have a social media site connected to Posh, you're still going to get a notice that so-and-so shared so-and-so to whatever site it is. Please connect to whatever that site is and share back. So Posh will give you the notice, but it's up to you to share back. So I've had somebody say that, they tried to get me, I guess, in trouble or something with an ambassador saying that I did not share. I did share. I says, if you go to my About Me, you will see every account that I have connected to it. Go to that account, you will see that their stuff is shown. It was shared. It was not shared inside Posh, but I guess some people want their stuff shared inside Posh. But to maximize your sales and your marketing, if you sell not only on Posh, I'm not saying not to do it just on Posh, because if Posh gives you the avenue that, okay, advertise here, but you may also advertise these other places, you are maximizing your sales. That is going to bring more business to you. And I think a lot of Posh people do not understand this. So please, if you would like, if you are serious about this and this is how you, this is your extra income, this is how you're going to support your family or help support your family, open up other accounts, but keep those accounts as like business accounts. My Snapchat, if you go to Snapchat, is I just have Posh things there. It's always been my business account. Even when I did have my eBay stuff, it's on, on Snapchat. My Etsy's on Snapchat. Anything that was an at-home business, that's all I do on social media. I am not the gossiper. and you know, this is what this person's doing and this is what that person's doing, and oh my God, babies, daddies, and whatever, and this and that. I'm not on social media for any of that. Facebook is like the worst, because even though with me being a marketer and a business woman and having my own business, it is very hard to go to Facebook, try to do your marketing on Facebook without getting caught up in the, oh my God, look at this, and oh my God, look at that, and so-and-so is doing this person, and so-and-so is doing that person. You know what? All of that little nonsense there isn't bringing me money and putting anything in my pocket, on my table, or nothing. Are you paying my bills? No. Okay. So you have to treat these sites different. If you do have a Facebook account, this is what I've done, and I've said it many a times. You can go look at my other videos. If you have a Facebook account, one thing is for sure, your family and friends are not going to support your business. They're just not going to do it. Even though that I am selling my own stuff at my house, a physical product that was mine, and I am selling it online, my husband still does not believe that you can make money online. And it doesn't matter what I show him. I have my report that I pull out off of just this site that says for a month, that will show, you know, how much I have how much I have sold and how many products and what my total was. I did it for eBay. I did it for eBay for, it took me not even 2 months. That one I had a goal too. And I had a goal, I met the goal, and it was money. I raised money for Christmas shopping, and that's how I did Christmas. Because at the time, what the government was all in the wacky woo-woo land, and nobody knew what was going on. Nobody was hiring. Everybody was firing. Everybody was scared about working. Everybody was scared putting their money in the bank. They didn't know, you know, what's, you know, I mean, banks are actually up here in Ohio, branches are closing. There are no branches. I had a branch to a bank that isn't even 10 minutes away. I finally went to the branch. It's gone. It said it moved to another location. I went to that location. That location told me they moved to another location, which was farther away. So of course, but I had to go there because I had to deposit cash. Well, with what I have, like I said, everything is done on your phone. I have a bank app. I do everything right on my phone. All of my money. I don't have to go deposit anything into the bank. Like, for instance, let's say you got, you know, checks. It goes right. I take a picture on my phone and it goes right into my bank. I do my online stuff. My business is online. It's electronically done and deposited either into my PayPal account or into my bank. It's wherever I want to put it. So people, I think that times are changing and people going to banks are becoming obsolete. Everything is now online. The only ones I think still go there are like your grandparents. So yes, on Posh, I do share to social media. Why I share to social media? Some people that are on Posh want to complain about it. Because I am a marketer and I have taken marketing classes. I look at, if you actually advertise your product in another site, another avenue, that's a whole new set of eyes looking at your product to increase that sell. If you keep advertising your same product on one platform over and over and over again, and then you go from let's say you're selling something for $45 and you've lowered it so low as to $5, that gets you what, $2.25 after, you know, Posh's fee is taken out, and it's still not getting sold. That's because nobody wants it. You know, so I can't tell you not to put it at a low price if you want to get rid of it. I mean, granted, but if it's a $40 price, don't put it down that low. I mean, at least stay, you know, to make your commissions is $15. There's two different ways. You can lower the price of the product and you can get more than if you were to do the private sale. When you do your private sale, that goes to the likers or people that only like the product, you have to pay for shipping. Now, shipping is either $150 for it or $6 something that you have to take out of your pocket for them to buy that product and to ship it. Posh isn't going to do it. That's what you have to pay for. You know, so let's say you have something that's $15 and you decide, okay, I'm going to put it down to the 10% off, and then I'm going to pay the shipping of $150. So Posh pays for whatever the 5 pounds is, and I think $150 of that would be yours. If you pay the 6 something, well, then Posh is paying the lesser of the value there. See, these are things people do not look at, because if you are not educated in the marketing stuff, you're not going to notice this. You're not going to look at it. So I have noticed that I will make more money if I stay around the $15 mark, which is on one of these slides here. On one of them, if I can find it. No. When you go to my page, I'm going to have these slides. If you have Posh, if you do not have Posh, I will have a link right below for you. And this link will give you $5 to spend. And it's absolutely, and I'm not literally joking or lying or scamming. And there's no, you're not signing up to a tier or I'm going to make money off of you if you get on there. It's not one of these. It's just not one of these. What you are given is $5 to spend. Also, on the first thing that you buy, you are going to get only charged 99 cents in shipping charge, which the regular shipping charge I think is, I don't know, six something here. I'm looking down here. Yeah, see, $6.79. If you are a seller, Posh already pays for that. If you are a buyer, you are paying for that. So when I first signed up, I had gotten my $5, and my first shipment that I bought, and it doesn't matter if you buy a bundle or not, I only had to pay 99 cents. I did not have to pay that $6.79 there, but that's only a one-time thing, only once. Needless to say, when I got on there, yes, there are people that do sell Jeffree Star cosmetics here. And yes, I bought me some Jeffree Star eyeshadow. Now, we know that Jeffree Star's eyeshadow is not cheap. This was the very first one I got. I wanted to get it because I had watched his videos up 10,000 times. And the eyeshadow, he's done many reviews on different kind of makeup, which has helped me on picking and choosing, okay, this is good and this is not good, but everybody's skin is different, the reaction is different, so I understand that. But I got his eyeshadow palette, what was it called? The Beauty Killer, because the colors in there are the colors that I do wear, and they are highly pigmented. But to really see if they were going to be highly pigmented on me, or if those colors or shades of colors were going to be good for me, yes, I bought it. I bought it for a very, I would say, cheap price, because it wound up that I only had to pay $20.99 for something. For, I think that palette is like $100 palette there. I just happened to get lucky. That was the first time I went on there, and I got in there and I pulled up, I just search Jeffree Star, people are selling it. Now, if you sell makeup on Poshmark, it cannot be used, it cannot be opened, it cannot be swatched. Did you get that? Cannot be used, cannot be opened, cannot be swatched. Again, if you sell, let's say, purses or anything like that, they cannot be counterfeit. No fake stuff. You'll be booted out if you also plan to sell on Posh. Posh is only for family fashion. I'm not going to go through this big long list of what to sell and what not to sell. I'm just going to tell you the generalized thing. Fashion, shoes, bags, clothes, earrings, scarves, jackets, got it? Those kind of things can be sold on Posh. Not dolls, not stuffed toys, not a rice maker, or a rice steamer, or you can do makeup brushes. You can do makeup bags. You can't sell silverware, no candles, no essential oils. Those things are what we call non-compliant. I did not know that because again, tomorrow will be a month. I haven't fully gotten, into it yet of everything. I know a little bit more now. I still probably don't know a lot. And there was 2 ambassadors that had told me there were some things that I had on my list that were non-compliant. I didn't know what that meant. So I says, what do you mean? I'm going to be skipped, or people aren't going to share my closet. What is non-compliant? I mean, there are people that are ambassadors that if your closet is not what they call non-compliant, which is if you are selling things that you should not sell on Posh, they're not going to get involved. Because I don't know, maybe it is one of those things that if they do, advertise your stuff, it's like you're going to get in trouble too thing. I don't know yet. But so I deleted those, and I had an ambassador tell me that, if I did not take care of those items on my list, which meant get them off there, or you cannot come to the share event, which this share event was it the 200 closets? And that one was like a big sale day. That one did take me all day because, of course, you can't sit there and go through 200 closets. I did so much here, but I did it in a time frame from 12 until 11 o'clock at night. But it was all day. But this is where your return on investment, your ROI is, because I did all of that. They took my listings, which was, I think they had to sell 5 from, I think that one was 5 from each one, either 5 or 10. So they have to share 5 or 10 out of my closet. It goes to their followers. So if some of them have, 32,000 followers, they're going to see my stuff. That's what these parties are for, which, I did. Had an ambassador, being new. Ambassadors are there to help you, to guide you, but they're not going to walk you. They are not going to hold your hand and walk you through. And I would say get into the parties. Once you get into the parties and you make it on a list is of the ones who actually, either got picked or, signed up soon enough to get on the, X number of lists with so many closets. Well, what we do, like this morning, I got on, there was 28 closets. I went through all the closets, shared my 5 from each closet. Now, I have 5,000 followers. Again, it's not even been a month. That's like getting 1,000 followers a week added that are going to see their stuff. But that's 5,000 followers that are going to see all 28 of those closets items go through their feed. That's the greatest thing about these parties. And I love it. I really do. I love it. As long as I stick with my pattern, I keep up with it. I don't get behind. I don't think, oh, well, I'm not going to do my 3 new listings today. I'll just add it to tomorrow, and that'll be 6. Well, then tomorrow will come, and then it's 9, and then then you're behind, and then you're not getting online. Well, then all of that is your followers are going to I don't know if they go down. They could not be on, you know, start coming off of your list because you're not active anymore. You want to stay active. When you're active, you're attracting. You get into these parties, you share their listings. Some, you know, I have people that will follow me, and I still go to their closet. I very seldom, when I started, it was like they followed me, I followed them. They shared my item, I shared theirs. This is where I'm at today. They follow me, they don't share anything, I follow them, I share 3. Because I know if I share 3 or more, it's going to get their attention, they're going to share back. But when they share back, they got to go through my closet. They got to look at my things and see what I got. So either they're going to like maybe they're going to like something in there, but they're sharing something out of my closet and I got them to come and look at it. Hey. Oops, that was Marco Polo for my sister. I'll look at that later. So this is the thing about the parties. So like I said, come to my page. I have this up there. Now, where these slides are at is that my very first slide says I share to marketing. I share to social media sites. That means I don't only stay on Poshmark. If I think your item is good enough, the picture is well enough, I even share to, I have LinkedIn. That I have to do on manual because it's not hooked with Poshmark. I do it manual. Yes, people do go from LinkedIn to Poshmark. I have about 1,000 on LinkedIn, but it's all business, and you know, business. This is, you know, retail, reselling, and I keep it that way. So just remember, if you have Posh, do widen yourself to other sites. That will also increase. I know Poshmark says that they, you know, these share groups and stuff, sign up to them. If you can do it every day and you have the time, that's great. If not, do social media sites. I do have plenty of videos on my YouTube about, there's Udemy. There are other sites that will share your website. So that's why at the top of my closet, that you will find the website. I'm trying to go back to the top of my closet. The top of my closet right here. If you okay, I'm just going to press it. It's talking about it to some people just isn't going to work. Okay, so this is my website. You come to my website. As you see, it's the same ID picture. This same ID picture that I have is across the board, except for LinkedIn. It's on Snapchat, works daily. You can have any kind of picture up there. You don't have a certain picture. That is my Instagram picture. My Twitter picture is a different picture. My Pinterest, you don't. My Facebook page, my profile and my page is the same picture. My Facebook group that I have is the same ID picture. My Etsy account is the same ID picture. My eBay account is the same ID picture. And my Posh is the same ID picture. Why? Because we call this branding. Branding is when you have the same picture and you keep doing something over and over, which is repetitive, but they see that picture over and over. So with Posh, Posh has my ID picture of my Facebook page in my personal account, not my business account. My business account on Facebook is for business. This is selling everyday items, clothing that I have. I'm going to sell it on my personal account. My personal account, I have about 5,000 followers on that account, but all of those followers are from my pageant days. That means there are kids that are in pageantry, parents that are, you know, either in pageantry themselves or they have kids that are in pageantry, or what I call pageant sister queens, which means I have competed with them for years. And we have a circle and we talk about things. So if I'm selling stuff, which most of my stuff is stuff that I have used in my pageantry days, and a lot of it I haven't gotten it out yet, that I know that that community is going to buy it. They will purchase it because that's what I have and that's what I sell to. For instance, what I have on here is, you see it's got sheer sleeves, but this is gold, so this is kind of something glitzy and glammy and catches your eye. This is vintage. It's got shoulder pads. It will sell though. If I was to sell it, I probably will sell it. I don't know. This really, to tell you the truth, this is maybe the second time I've worn it. And how I acquired it is I myself will also go out, being in pageantry, we would have opening numbers, and sometimes I would go out looking for vintage stuff, depending on what our opening number is. Because those judges are sitting there, and not only do they like the new and up-to-date stuff, but if you have something that's retro and from, you know, the years back and you're bringing it forward, they also like that. So like I said, this is something, I mean, I wouldn't wear it maybe on stage, but around town the week that I'm there, you know, it's glitzy and glammy. I mean, it's sparkly, it's gold, even gold's not my color, but I got it because it has, you know, that shimmery effect. And so we'll go down my page. So this is a little page. Where'd my arrow go? Do you see it? There it is. Okay, so we're going to go down my page just to show you. So I have a little description about myself. I have a picture of me and my husband, my 2 boys. Now, right here is, when you come to this, oh, it finally updated here, but not on my phone for some reason. So I've got to go back to my site and fix this because I've done something, didn't do something right. So when you come to here, it says start your own closet and get $5 free to spend. This is not a lie. This is not a joke. This is not a scam. You get $5 to spend. This is tested and true because I did it myself when I opened my first one to see if this was true. Yes, I got $5. And yes, I only had to pay 99 cents in shipping. I got my Jeffree Star eyeshadow. I got it in the mail. Okay, I have it. Now, how I set this up is closet 1, 2, and 3. Closet 3 is currently Posh. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to take you right back to where we was at. Posh. I'm going to go down. This is closet number 2. I know what closet number 2 is. Closet number 2, I need to put things in. Closet number 2 is Etsy. This is my other clothing place. Etsy is vintage wear only. I do have some vintage on Posh that I'm kind of on the fence about of if I want to keep it there or not, because vintage clothing is, because it's obsolete and not around anymore, some of these brands that we have, like we have Liz Claiborne designer brand, her tag in the clothing is different than what her Liz Claiborne tag looked like from the back years. Like Guess is still around, yes, but Guess used to have the triangle tag. That is from the back years. Also, again, anything that is 2000 and back is considered vintage. Anything 2000 and forward is current. How vintage works is, it's the, was it 10-year range? Something like that. But currently, 20,000. 2000 and back, vintage. 2000 and forward, current. Now next year, it's going to go to, was it 2001 back? So you got to, that's how it is. It's not, oh, something from the 70s is vintage. So would I be vintage then? Because that was like 48 years ago, and I was born in 70, and I don't think I'm vintage. So my Etsy is my vintage store only. Etsy platform is different from Posh. Etsy, you can only sell as you see up here. But there's a catch to it. If you have arts and collectibles, you do paintings, needle points, crocheting, yes, you can sell those things on here because those items were produced by you. You made them, you did them, you can sell them. I have my vintage products on here, my vintage clothing, because those were made 2000, in the year 2000 and back. If you want to sell any of the other things, you have to be, as with a Posh, you know, a wholesaler, you have to buy it directly from somebody. You are an actual business and you are selling things. That's how Etsy works. That's the way how Etsy goes. If you know, you sew things, crochet things, paint things, the arts and crafts kind of person, which I am one of those. I just don't have the time because all my time is into this other stuff that I'm currently doing. You may sell that stuff on Etsy. You have vintage clothing, you may sell that on Etsy. The other stuff is for wholesale businesses, like the jewelry and clothing. As with Posh, we have a boutique. Etsy is, let me see, I'll just go to, okay. Now these are categories: backpacks, okay, let's go to handbags and see. Clutches, shoulder bags. Now all of these here, they're not used. Okay, here we go. We'll go to the Louis Vuitton. So we have a Louis Vuitton. Let me see if I can make myself a little smaller, and let's go over to the side. So we have a Louis Vuitton, and it's a crossbody. Actually kind of nice, and look, it's 85. That doesn't seem kind of... Okay, so it's 85 here. Look down to here, it's $10 for shipping, and this is coming from Turkey. So and on Etsy, you always, with Etsy, actually any store, because I also do it with Posh. If not, I get a lot of people inboxing me. What is the size? What is the length? Will it fit here? I am this size. Is it going to fit me? Well, to cut all of that off, you see what they did right here? Make sure you put all your description in, your length, your width, your height, you know, all of that. Put it in there. That will cut from anybody constantly texting you or commenting on your product's picture. What is the size of it? How much is in it? How long is it? You know, is it straight line? You know, is it a straight line across, or is it lower in the back, shorter in the front? How wide is the waist? If you have all those measurements in there, you're going to cut all of that out for you. So you got to work smarter, not harder. The harder way is if you don't have that in there, and then you're answering questions all day long, and then it's back and forth. Because I did do that with Posh, and I listed a dress. It was a tank dress, a full sequin dress, and it was like, and it took 3 days, and she still hasn't, you know, answered me back after I sent this morning. But she wanted to know the measurements. Well, when she did the wording, it was something different. I had somebody with a top, they thought it was neoprene. I says, no, it's not neoprene. It's, you know, it's thinner. Well, then after having that one conversation, I went back and edited my stuff under the listing. It's the same thing with this dress. You know, when she did that, I was like, and I looked at my description. Oh my gosh, I didn't put it in there. I quickly snap that stuff right in there so I wouldn't have that problem again. Because when you're always on the go and you are busy and you're in a set schedule and you're keeping up with 3 different sites to have, you know, that money flow working, which we call money moves, some of us that are in marketing, if you keep that up and you have a pattern, that's like throwing a bone, you know, you're throwing a wrench in your project there. So you got to whip it into shape, get it into shape, and so that keeps the flow. You want to keep that flow going. Okay, so now we got this. Etsy, vintage, craft, yes, sell. Anything else? If you want to do the wholesale, you want to actually, you know, open up a store, make a business out of it, and you're working with a distributor, which I would say be like drop ship. That's what all this other stuff is here. Something went wrong. Yeah, well, what happened? I didn't want Facebook. Okay, there we go. So we went through my Posh one, we went through Etsy. Now this is closet number 1. Now why I call this closet number 1 and everything is backwards is because this is the very first closet that I had opened up, and I started this closet in 2009. Why I call it a closet? Because that was the name that I had given it when I started it, and I've stayed with that name, and I continue. So it's part of my branding, and you want to realize this, and you want to also stay with that. If you are wanting to get your product out there, get recognized, get known, you are seriously wanting to do this as a business, make sure you stay with the same picture. Make sure you have the same motto line. You know, like I say, check with Beck. The reason why I say check with Beck is because I'm giving so much information out to the public. I want you to basically know that subconsciously in your mind, you know, somebody says something, oh, you know, let's check with Beck. Let's see if she has something to say about that, or she says something to say about that. And then if you have the same picture that they will see over, now I'm saying not if you're, you know, if you're 55 and you're going to put your 23-year-old picture on there, well, we're going to know that's not you anymore. Because when you were 23, they did not even think about internet back then. So anyway, so what you want to do is, you know, have the same ID picture. Now with Instagram, I think I've changed it one time so far, but I try not to because of the fact that there are so many followers that are coming to that page. Either they're getting directed directly or indirectly to that page, that I want them to see that, because that's the first thing they see. I want them to see it and go, okay, yeah, that's her. Okay, yeah, that's her. Because there are so many times I've gone to another person's site and that picture nor that person looks like that other person that I just came from. And I'm like, oh, that's not them. And I don't even bother going any farther down the page. So we're just going to go to my eBay site if it comes up. This is my eBay site. eBay, same ID picture, the same, again, that's the same background. All 3 closets have that same picture. The reason why is because I'm branding. I am branding. I want you to see it over and over and over again and know that name and that picture and who I am. That's why I do that. Now on Etsy, as you see, these are items that I have listed. What I am currently doing is taking, because I have clothing items that are on here. I've had Posh for a month. I am actually on here to take these things and I am switching them over. Now with my eBay site, like I said, I say that it's everything else. And for one, look, in the fall, this is where I made most of my money for Christmas. I sold I sold books. And I don't do drop shipping, so I'm not with another company or an organization. These are books from schools. In Ohio, they are closing schools because with the was it school district, they have very old schools that have been opened in the 70s that are very hazardous to the health of your children, meaning that they have asbestos in it. So they are therefore knocking them down. But before they knock them down, they do build a new school, whether it's a middle school, elementary school, or high school. So last summer, we had knocked down a high school here, and I don't understand why the school system does this, but they don't always take all of their books with them. Nor could I get all of the books, not even a fraction of the books. If you could have seen the books that were in this place, even the library, because the library, I think they totally took all of those books from the library and it went to a dump site. And it crushed my heart, because when I was in school, that, we did the library. You had the index cards. You had to learn how to read the index cards, how to look up for the author and the numbers and all of that. Now you just go to a computer and you punch in whatever you want to look for, and it comes up on Google or Yahoo or Chrome. And I mean, like, I have a 9-year-old son who has a laptop, and everything it's done on the laptop now. They don't have libraries anymore in the schools. They're called tech rooms or something like that. And I've even tried to donate books to schools, and they're like, well, we don't use them because everything is a computer way. But I did get some of the books, some of each one, and I did put them on eBay. The reason why is because not only are the schools don't have libraries, I've also noticed a trend that with the school system, since I do have kids in school, that the homeschooling is now coming into effect. And it's not that it's only been around for a little time, it's been around for a while, and more people are actually doing the homeschooling than sending your child to school, because not only is it that in school the teachers can't do this and they can't do that and they can't discipline, and they call you 500 times a day from school and say, can you please come up here and have your child take out his syllabus because he said he's not going to do it and he won't listen to me. Well, tell him to pull it out. I mean, it's teachers either cannot do anything in this day and age, or they don't want to. Like, schools used to have the nurses, and they did eye tests, and they did scoliosis in the back. Some schools they completely don't even do it. They don't want to bother with it. This year, the school that my kids go to, they every year did the vision test. This year, they don't do vision tests anymore. They send you a note home for you to go get your child's vision test done and bring the results up to them. And if you don't do it, they send you a second notice. You demand this stuff from me that for many, 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 many moons, you guys did. I don't understand that. As you see, my expression, I don't get it. So I have put these books on here to make available for those that do homeschooling. My kids beg me to do homeschooling. I say no, because that's almost like the parent punishment. No, you're going to school. That gives me my little, 8 hours of time to do what I am currently doing now, to work on my own business. So my 8 hours is the only time free to myself. And then you want me to do homeschooling? No. But I do offer, that's why these books are on here. because it just crushes me to see that a book that somebody had, look, somebody had put together. Now this is college physics, and it also has, as you see, it has this little, I took college when I went to college stuff, and it has a little CD and all of that. So this is a brand new package thing. I'm selling for $9.99. I have shipping at $15.99. Now with eBay's selling fees are completely different. Like I said, it's the first one I got into. $9.99 is the price that I'm selling it for. $15.99 is the shipping price. And was it USPS that I have, and it's with eBay. eBay also owns PayPal. So PayPal is going to charge a fee to handle your electronic funds, meaning that I sell that on eBay, that eBay is going to take a fee for, so they'll charge you a fee if it's over 50 items a month, and that is 35 cents for 30 days. If it's under 50 items a month, they will relist it, I think, 8 times for free. After 8 times of relisting, they start charging you 35 cents to list that, whatever it is you want to sell. Then, when it's sold, they call it, you have a finalization fee. The finalization fee is when it's after eBay takes their percentage, and they go by what they go by this price here, and here is added together. Then eBay will take their 4% of this. So let's say somebody bought that book. eBay's not going to take their finalization fee yet. They're the last, they will take it lastly. So I'm going to get charged for, the first charge is going to be from here to here. You add this together. That's what the customer's going to give me. So they pay for that. It goes over into the PayPal account. PayPal is going to take their 4% off of there. Then when you do your packaging and all of that good stuff, then it's got to go to the shipping part. That's where you weigh it, you know, with your ounces, and you have your dimensions. This is media, which means it's under a book, a CD, a record, whatever media sell. There's a certain price for that, and that gets taken out. Then whatever is left is where eBay takes their finalization fee from this total fee. Now, there's a new fee that I've seen that eBay put on there, and I don't know if they've changed anymore. From that new fee, they will charge you when they first did it. But I tried to go back, I tried to look at it again, and I didn't see it again. Now they've quickly changed it to, okay, because I gotta get in here. They had changed it. So if you want your listing to be shown higher up on a page, now what I mean by higher up on a page is normally if people are looking for something, pages, I would say one, I would say 1 through 10 is what people are going to go through. So this is my selling dashboard. As you see, I've been dedicated to Posh for a month just to learn what Posh is. So that means my monthly sales for here is 1 sale. That's exactly what that was, 1 sale. I know what I sold, 1 thing. That's it, one thing. My active listing is 13, and I try to keep it at the 50 minimum. So I don't even have a lot there. I got to start stocking it back up again. So what was I getting to? Selling stuff. So let me see if I have a draft. I probably do have drafts on here. Like I said, I got some drafts on here like this one right here. I've got to switch it over to Posh. So it's not even for sale on this one. So let's go. Here's Cuisinart. This is a rice steamer, brand new in a box. Never used it. It's a wedding gift. Didn't return it, but I'm not using it either. So why not let somebody else have it? So this is where my description site is. And I just want to go down here to the bottom because this was the newest thing that I seen right here. Promoted listing. Promoted listings currently supports fixed price items only. Supports fixed, oh, see, now they've changed it again because it was not fixed priced items. To use promoted listings, please change the listing format to fixed price. Okay, what do I have here? Let's go back. No, see, and these are things that you have to watch. I don't want it automatically done. That means eBay will automatically keep relisting your stuff. If you don't pay attention to that, they will get you. And it must be on an auction style. And I don't like auction style either, because auction style, they will keep relisting, and that's how you get those fees snuck in there, because then you'll get a no, I don't want it good until canceled. If you don't have an eBay site and you open up an eBay site now, you are stuck with good until canceled. You either get auction style and no choices like you have up here, no choices, and you get fixed style, good until canceled. You cannot pick 30 days. Okay, let's go back down to here. Now, this is the new thing that eBay has up here, and I have not utilized it because I did not want to do this yet, because when I was doing the eBay and really putting my time and effort into it, I was getting my return from it, but now they've changed it. It says boost your item's visibility with premium placements on eBay and pay only if your item sells. You can press learn more. By checking the box, you agree to the terms and conditions. What I see when I read this is I see give them my money, give them my money, and give them my money. So eBay, what you're telling me is if I check this and I want to have my listing up in the first 5 to 10 pages, I have to pay you to advertise my fee when I'm already paying the 35 cents if it is over more than 50 items. It's not over 50 items. This is where they got smart. Okay, we will offer you free listing for 50 items and less. If you want us to advertise your product to our great community, you are going to have to pay a fee for it to be up in the list, or you're going down on the bottom. Very smart on their end. Very, very smart on their end. So that means it has an ad rate. You can select your campaign. Do you want a US campaign? Well, that's all you get is US campaign. I have not utilized that feature whatsoever at all. And what I have noticed is, like with the one sale that I got for this month, is put it this way, my invoice for last month was like $9 and something. That was on one day. I got my invoice. The next day I made a sale. It's like eBay knows, oh, okay, that I have stuff on there. They invoiced me the $9. They made sure I had a sale to get that $9 back. Now, I'm not going to see anything until next month's invoice comes in, and I guarantee you, I will make another sale, but only after they take that money back so they can keep that money for them coming in, because they're not advertising my stuff. My stuff is listed there, but nobody can see it. That's why I have my website. If we go back over here. So that's the end of that. Because I think I have a bunch. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have a bunch of sites. Now, on the very bottom of this, these are, these are all my little social media sites that, yes, are connected. You press any of them, you're going to, well, I got to fix that one. Why did I have to press that one? See, there you go. This is my Instagram. Now this one I had put on there. This is mine. That's actually mine. This is actually from another posher that I advertised her dress on there. And I do believe that she does have an account. Yes, she does. She has her own account right here. And I don't know if that's going to go to her. Yes. See, I make sure that if you have your Instagram or any of your social sites attached to your profile, I do go to your About Me when I go to list things. And I will see if you have an account. I will pre-check it out. I will press on that link, see if it goes to really a real person or not. So when I tagged her in there, that means she sees that I have it on there. If you don't have that, I can't tag you. All I'm doing is I'm putting up the picture and I put the name of the product on there, and that's it. And I put, Poshmark seller. I mean, I have other tags, but I do that. This picture here, I have 10 people that like it. This is again from my own my own closet. These are little makeup bags. What they call that, damps, it's embroidery and they're satin. I'm selling those for $5. I got those. I thought I could use them. I have the measurements on my Posh site. That's where they're located. They're on Posh. I have the measurements, how long, how wide, how tall. They are just not big enough. If you, mine is a Mary Kay bag from when I used to sell Mary Kay. That's what I use as my makeup bag, because Mary Kay's makeup. So I know where it's at. I don't have to dig for 3 or 4 different makeup bags. You seen, I have a Caboodles bag or Caboodles case, but that was from high school, so I won't let go of that. So this is my Instagram site. Like I said, it says check with Beck. It has my name there. There you go. There's that same website. If I press that website, we're going to go right to the closet. We're going to go to the website I was just at. Same website. This is branding. You put it everywhere. You want to make it available to everybody. If you can't be afraid of, oh, I don't want this person to see me doing this, and I don't want that person to know I'm doing this. They ain't paying your bills, are they? If they ain't paying your bills, don't worry about it. What you want is money. You're not on, you got to look at the internet 2 different ways. You can either look at the internet the way to gossip and do all that. Now think about this, YouTube. You go to YouTube for what? How to do this or that, or look at funny videos, or what? All of these, they call YouTube stars. I mean, my son is 9 years old and he's doing stuff with Fortnite and YouTube, and what's the other one? Minecraft in YouTube. He's trying to be one of those video narrators, I guess is what you, and he, but that's what he watches. That's what he's, you know, that's what he's into. So uh, my personal, oh my gosh, my personal YouTube channel is basically, that's what he uses. It's a blog channel. I let him do that there. I do make some makeup reviews there, or hair, you know, reviews, you know, just, it's a blog account. It's just a this and that, really. So here is my, this is my Snapchat. You don't see me posting, you know, family things. I post picture of myself. I have items. I have things. I have, you know, here. I'll put my closet on there, and my description. I'll just, you know, have stuff about my closet, fashion, designers, clothes. You know, I'll put things like that on there. I tag myself. Then I'll put a picture, another picture of me. Look, this is a picture of me. Actually, that's what you call a Walmart run. And I was in the bathroom there, no makeup on. Had to get something for my kids. They had a business store last week, so I had to go get some fidget spinners because that was what he wanted to sell, and he told me about it, yes, a week in advance. And yes, mommy forgot until that night at dinner, so I had to go run out there and get it. So that's just, you know, and I have no makeup on or anything. People, they do like to see you, just you, everyday you. I'm not saying to do that all the time, like I do have makeup on right now, but see, look, this is my weekend. My weekend is, right now it's so cold, this is me right here. But I do go to, I keep calling it the barn. It's a horse show paint barn. It's got paints in there. I mean, some of these horses are very, very expensive. They're insured by private insurers. They stay in a cubicle all day, I would say. Not most of the day. I'm just going to tell you the truth. All day, it's like being in prison. You don't even get house arrest. You very seldom get to come out of there if your owner comes out. So that's where my weekends are. We just had a baby, not a human baby, a little horse baby, and his name is Charlie. He is only a week because he was born February 19th. He might be 2 weeks by now. So I know I've been out there with him. He's so cute. Oh. Okay, so that is that. One thing. So all of these, I think here is my Snapchat. I was going to say, and it should take you to this. So if you have your phone, you can scan that to be added. No problem. We'll get you right in there. And then what you will see is my same thing, things that I will show throughout the day, market throughout the day. Now, this is one of my blog posts. It's Patreon, and I blog. Now, as far as putting anything from Posh on there, I have not. I will have this video on there, though. I actually do not put the physical items. This mostly is where I put YouTube. Here is an Etsy one. This was a test item. I put it on there to see how well of a return I would get from the community on Patreon. And I have not. With the items, I have not. So I think I'm going to stick with my Patreon site being my YouTube blog site. Okay, so we've gotten through only my website. And we will be right back. I'm going to end this because you can only be on here for an hour time. I think, honey, I've been on here more than that. Okay. I'm going to, I will be